Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here this afternoon with you guys, despite the crappy weather, right? Isn't it like Chicago weather? Deborah Brown is my name, and I serve as Director of Station Relations and Community Affairs for NBC Chicago. How many of you guys watch Channel 5 here? That is awesome. I didn't expect a round of applause, but that is so cool. What I do for the station is I serve as the bridge between the station and the community. So I partner with great organizations like ChildLink to provide a service and sort of be your mouthpiece to get your work, the information that you want to get out there to the community for such great organizations. So again, I've been at NBC for close to 5 years now, and I'm so happy to be invited back to serve as your Mistress of Ceremonies this afternoon. So again, thank you all so very much. Give yourselves a round of applause for bearing through the Chicago weather to make it here. What I'd like to do at this time is we're going to actually introduce the board members for the organization ChildLink. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to just basically have the board members to stand up. We're going to just give them a round of applause and thanking them very much for their support for such a worthy organization. We have Dan Palmer, Mary Maltese, Tony Spears, and Carrie Cridit. Thank you guys. We do have a few good men out there, and we really appreciate your service to the community. As Tony Spears is waving his hand. I did have the pleasure to chat with Tony just briefly before everyone came into the room, and he's totally dedicated to this organization. He was looking for his fearless leader, Malia, before everything got started. So, again, Tony, thank you and your board for your commitment to such a worthy organization. We also would like to thank and give a special acknowledgement to City Treasurer Stephanie Neely, a good friend of mine and NBC Chicago. We admire you for all that you do. We're very proud of you. We're happy to see you sworn in last week, right? Yeah. Out there in the cold Millennium Park, but you did a great job, and we're very proud of you, and we're happy to see your commitment to such a great organization. We also have with us today Alderman Carrie Austin, someone representative from Alderman Carrie Austin's office. All right. Well, we thank them for their commitment as well. And at this time, what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce the fearless leader of ChildLink, Malia Arnett. She's such a delightful person. I had the pleasure of chatting with her very briefly before everyone came, and she's like a ray of sunshine. She's very committed to this organization. She loves what she's able to do to provide a service for these young women. And just a little bit of background information on Malia. She worked as a past executive for United Way, was a state agency liaison for the Illinois Housing Department Authority, was a PSA of the Illinois Planning Council on Developmental Disabilities, and a unit director of Howe Developmental Center. So she's been working tirelessly in the community, and we're very excited to introduce Malia Arnett to you guys and have her to give a few words before lunch.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you very much for joining us and for hosting us and helping to usher in this wonderful, beautiful day today. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It means so much to us to have your support and for you to join us around this wonderful opportunity to support and assist the young women that we're working with at our transitional living facility and in our adolescent foster care program. The staff at ChildLink, I have to tell you, are the ones who are really pulling this train and making some really wonderful things happen. They're out there working so hard, in fact, that I see a couple of tables are still empty, waiting for them to get up. Yes, they're trying to get themselves here. I would like to go ahead and introduce to you and let some of the young women introduce themselves to you who are here, who want to share the afternoon with us. Maybe we can start in the back there. I see probably, maybe if Christina would like to.
Thank you.
Hi everybody. My name is Mariah Monzon. I am a TLP resident at ChildLink. They are very caring. They understand what you're going through, and I just love them because they're there for you and they help you a lot. So, thanks, ChildLink.
I don't know if any of the other young ladies, it's at your discretion if you want to introduce yourself.
My name is Betty Shannon. I'm 18 years old. I go to Jane Mountain High School. I'll be graduating in January and going to college.
You know, actually, and I've got to recognize our adolescent foster care program staff person, who, without her, we wouldn't have had, quite frankly, our adolescent foster care program. She thought she was going to get away from ChildLink, and she left for a year to try something else. But, you know, came back, and thank goodness that she did, because without her commitment and her tireless energy, I've never seen a young woman bounce. You know, Saturday night, Sunday night, I'm calling with an emergency. She picks up the phone. Not only answers me, but has wonderful suggestions as to how I can support our kids who are out there. So I do want to have a special recognition for Rosa Fries.
Thank you, Rosa.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Malia. You know, I got to tell you, it was just May 15th, I think, was the latest time that I called you. It was probably 11 o'clock on a Saturday, because we had a little situation, and Rosa, I've never seen anybody jump into action in such a way, until it happened again on Sunday night. And Kiana is with our Green. Miss Green is a new addition to ChildLink. She arrived, I think, just within the year, just a couple months ago. She was able to zip through the training, take all of her standard testing, got a certification, finished up her master's degree, right? Yes. All in record time, and now she is providing the support and really our sole provider at our transitional living facility, making sure that not only the girls have what they need, but that the staff who help them on a regular daily basis also have what they need. Thank you, Keith. Finally, I would like to make a special thanks to our board member, Mary Maltese. Thank you so much, Mary. Mary Maltese is our chair for our Women's Luncheon event. Mary has come through in ways I just can't even tell you. I want to thank her for filling our room up today, for inspiring us to continue to reach out to you women and ask you to participate and share the wonderful news that we have. Thank you, Mary, for introducing us to your friends and your family. And maybe we can just give a little recognition to Mary Maltese. Mary is also an officer at MB Financial, previously with Kensington.
New Century Bank.
Well, New Century Bank, and before then?
Oh, Kingsbury.
Yeah, Kingsbury Capital, sorry. New Century Bank, and now MB Financial. But I don't want to keep you. I think they're ready to serve us lunch. You guys have your soups. We wouldn't want to get cold, so please.
And your lunch?
Yes.
Good. You know, I want to acknowledge Amanda here. She has really put together a great program, and she also was responsible for the salad that we had. She took a quick dip out and went back to help in the kitchen. I'm like, she's just not supposed to here. So, again, we appreciate all your hard work. We were a joy to work with Amanda, and keep it up. We also want to acknowledge just a few other people that Belinda Jenkins, who is with Alderman Carrie Austin's office. If we can just have you to stand. And I failed to mention earlier, Amy Alvarado. Thank you so much for your commitment to this organization and all the great work that you do. So again, thank you for your time. And one final housekeeping note here. The little pink boxes that you guys see on your tables there, those are chocolate ruffles. How sweet, huh? And we'd like to thank Ramona Thomas with Tushia Sweets. So thank you, Mama, for that. So we don't want to keep you guys too much longer. At this time, what I'd like to do is to bring up Mary Maltese, who is on the board of directors with ChildLink. She's going to introduce our first honoree. Mary, why don't you come on up?
Thank you, Deborah. For those of you that don't know, this is Deborah Brown from NBC5. And our first honoree is Susan Peterson with MB Financial Bank. I am now an employee at MB Financial Bank. I used to be with Her Century Bank, and last year we were taken over. But it's been a good switch, and Susan is our first honoree. She is the Executive Vice President and Chief Retail Banking Officer, I should say. Ms. Peterson began her banking career with Oakbrook Bank in 1984, and from 1987 to 1998 served as the Executive Vice President and Head of Retail Banking for Heritage Financial Services. In 1999, she joined Oakbrook Bank as the Vice President and Head of Retail Banking and was made Executive Vice President and Chief Retail Banking Officer in 2001. After MB's acquisition of the first Oakbrook Bank, Ms. Peterson was brought on as Director of the bank, as well as Executive Vice President and Chief Retail Banking Officer. We are honoring Ms. Peterson today for her inspiration and empowerment of young women through the successes that she has achieved in the banking world.